Hey guys, so welcome to Adobe After Effects. This is the giant. These are some of the things I have designed on After Effects before. So now the thing about After Effects is there is so much you can do with After Effects. From explainer videos to let me show you something here for instance, like this diamond glitch for example. Unable to connect. Okay, no, cancel it. This is one of the things that I'm about to show you. I want to show you how you can make something like this. Now let's chill for it to scrub. Sometimes it takes a while for After Effects to scrub. This is called scrubbing. Let's assume the quality here was full. That means it will be displaying in full quality. Can you see how clearer this is now? So it is displaying in 100% quality, but because you don't want to use too much RAM, you don't want your computer to be dragging. Let's say your computer is not. For instance, now I use a 16 gig laptop and it still drags because of all of the multiple effects inside of this design. All this, all this glitch and everything that is inside it is making it load slowly. And at the same time, this is 1080. 4K is a bigger resolution. This is your normal HD, so this is what you render. So what I would do to make it play faster now is, as you can see, I've already hit play on my keyboard, but it is not even moving at all. It is very slow. So I reduce this to quarter, and it is actually slow on my system because I have so many softwares open. Illustrator is open, Photoshop is open, my Chrome is doing so much. This is recording my screen. I'm downloading some stuff. So I have so much art open and I don't want to do any restart. That's why my PC is slow. So if you are using Windows, you need to know where to delete your temp files. You can Google how to delete temp files because After Effects will drag your computer, like it will drag it by its shirt. But you have to always delete your temp files at least once in a month or once in 2 weeks. Me, I delete it in once in 2 weeks because I tend to work more on After Effects. So this is the video I want to show you. If you look here, you see the speed at which it is playing. Now the speed is red because it is not playing in real time. Another problem here is this thing is in 60 frames per second instead of 29.9, so it is making it slower. But this is the video. Imagine you could easily make this. All you need to do is just input the logo. That's all you need to do. So you download these templates either from Envato or from ShareAE. Then you input the logo. This is it here. Remember what I told you in the first video. Here is where your video settings are, your projects. This is where your projects are on the left. This is where your play is. This is your timeline. This video is playing from 0 seconds all the way down to 10 seconds. If you look on this bottom left here, click on colors and then you go to effect controls. You can change the color of the design here. This is where your settings are going to be, your effect controls. Let's say this logo was red, for instance. If you change this to red, can you see red is already coming out? Let's say you change color, this one to like blue. I'm doing this so you can see it clear. Then let's say we make this one green. So can you see how different it is now? This is where you see your projects. These are like compositions. A composition is like a group. This is a composition. It's like a group. If you double click on this thing, you can know it by the icon here. If you double click on this layer now, for instance, to open the composition, now you can see what is inside this composition. This one here. This is the content. All of this now is grouped into this composition. If I double click this, it will be the second one. Okay, they're actually the same composition that was duplicated into three places. I think they have three different settings and three different settings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have different settings. So all you need to do is now you go back to the logo. Initially, what we did was we exported the logos with background. However, now we need the logos without background. So what we do is, remember the design we are going to animate is a white theme design. So the logo needs to be in light color. So we deselect, we delete this white background. Then we select just home repairs, just the icon itself. Go to file, export, export for screens. Yeah, you unmark all of these ones. And then you export it. Replace it. No problem. Can you see now? It doesn't have white background anymore. This is what we will now import to After Effects. So you go to your project tab, Command I will import, or you right click, import file. Go to where the file is saved. It is on my desktop. Then I bring this here. What I'm doing is I'm pulling this. You can see it here. I drag this down here. I'm dragging it to this logo. So when you download the file, if you check the project panel here, you will see where to put your logo inside. You will see where to put your text inside. There's one I use that all you need to do is just type the text like a paragraph, and then it will animate everything into a video for you. Stomp, it's crazy. I can show you Stomp, but I won't show you. We will talk about Stomp later. So I bring this in here. I delete what was there before, delete. I click on this. I can easily scale it from here, or I open here, I open my transform. This is scale. Now, when it comes to animation, this sets time on it. This is a stopwatch. So if I click on this now, and then I scrub my time forward and increase the scale, what will happen is I'm telling After Effects to animate the scale properties of this layer from 100% at 0 second to 177% at 4 seconds. Though that's not what I'm trying to achieve. This is all I want to do. I just want to make it bigger. Delete this. I just want to make it bigger. Then what I can now do next is I want to make these colors match with the logo. So I go to my original file. I won't be rendering 4K because 4K is too heavy. I'll be rendering normal ones. I go to the colors, I come to my effect controls. Just look out for either colors or color control on the rendering file. This is the file that will be rendered eventually, the main animation. This is where the main animation is. So I come here, I go to my effect control on the top left corner. Then I change the colors. I need this logo to be in view. So I use this eyedropper. What's it called in? Okay. I use this eyedropper to pick colors in order to match with the brand. Change this, and let's make this yellow. Then we can preview what that looks like. So that's that about the animation. Then I save it. I will be showing you how to render. We will render everything at the same time. Remember, we are rendering final 1080, or let's render inside of After Effects. Now, the thing about rendering is After Effects created another app for the purpose of rendering, so you don't stress their software. So you can use this app, Media Encoder, to render anything that has to do with After Effects. So if you are if you are making a video in Premiere Pro, you are using After Effects, you are using Photoshop, you are using Illustrator, you are using Adobe Dimension, any Adobe product, Media Encoder is what is used to render everything. For the sake of this class, let us stay inside After Effects, but I'll still show you Media Encoder. The thing about rendering in After Effects is you will not render in the best quality which you want because they intentionally make the encoder in After Effects weak. So you have to use the media encoder. So let's say you want to render in MP4 that is for your phone. You can't do that in After Effects. It's rather render in one MOV file that is like 2 gigabytes. Imagine this video of 10 seconds being 2 gigabytes heavy. Makes no sense. But I'll just show you how it's done in case you don't have media encoder. But you still need to download a video converter in order to convert that video into MP4. So this is what you do. You can either add to media encoder queue or you add to render queue. My add to media encoder queue button will not work because my After Effects is 2020 while my media encoder is 2018. No, I don't. My media encoder is, what year is it? 2019. So they don't match. I have to open it manually, but I won't be doing that. Add to render queue. Now this is your render queue. You change this output module. QuickTime is not bad. This is the best to use. QuickTime. PNG sequence will list everything as PNG. Photoshop sequence will list each frame as a Photoshop file. But QuickTime is like the best. Then you change where you are saving it to. What's the name of that logo again? Home repairs. Then you save it. All you need to do is click on render. Sometimes it takes a while sometimes it goes fast. I think this is going to take a while. 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes, but that's all you need to do. Once you click on render, it saves in the folder which you asked to save to. Remember, you render as QuickTime video. And you pick where you are saving the file to. I'm stopping this now. I'll show you a better way to render in Media Encoder. However, let me show you how to animate another one.